What's good, y'all? It's Steven Seymour from Batana, and today we'll be going over some BGCSE algebraic expression questions. So I'm going to go over 2 questions today, and let's just start with question number 3. So let me get number 7 out of our way. So the question reads, let n represent the number. Write each phrase as an algebraic expression. Part A says we should write an algebraic expression for the number decreased by 7. So the number decreased by 7. So let's get down to what this means. So firstly, before we even do this question, I want to go over exactly what an algebraic expression really is. So an expression can be anything, like if I were to write 2x plus 5, a plus b, x plus y, 2 plus 2. And it's just basically a statement, some mathematical statement. Whereas an equation, if I were to write 2x plus 5, I would have to say it's equal to something. So 2x plus 5 equals 10. A plus b equals c. I'm just making these up. X plus y equals z. And 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. So in this question, they're asking us to write algebraic expressions, not equations, but expressions. I underline that twice. So we shouldn't have any equal signs in our final answer. So let's look at part A. So it says the number, and we know that the number is represented by n. So n is the number. So the number n decreased by 7. So here you gotta brush up on your math vocabulary a little bit. So anytime if I say decrease, or if anyone tells you, okay, there's some number decreased by another number, you know that means that it's subtracted, right? So if I were to write this out, part A says the number, which is n, decreased by 7, which is n minus 7. That is how you write an expression for the number decreased by 7. So let's do another example. So part B says the quantity 9 plus the number, right? Plus the number divided by 4, right? And I use a couple colors there. So the quantity 9 plus the number divided by 4. So we know what plus means. So I know plus just means addition. Divided just means, you're just dividing. But what does the quantity mean, right? So let's look at it here. So whenever I say the quantity of something, I just mean that whole quantity, like whatever that total is. Whether it's I adding, subtracting, whatever it is, that whole total. So anytime you're representing a quantity, you want to put it in brackets. Well, parentheses. So the quantity 9 plus the number n. So 9 plus the number. So this right here is the quantity 9 plus n. So they want us to do 9 plus n, the quantity 9 plus n divided by 4. I know I repeated it a lot, but I just want it to stick. So this here is the quantity 9 plus n, and then we just dividing it by 4 here. And that is the answer for part B. This is the answer for part A. So let's look at what number 7 had going on. So let me put that in there. Alright, cool. So number 7 reads, Jason bought a racing bike, helmet, and gloves. The helmet cost $8, the bike cost 9 times as much as the helmet, and the glove cost $23 less than the helmet. So they want us to write an expression in terms of H for the cost of the bike, the cost of the gloves, and the total cost of the bike, helmet, and gloves. So how do we do this? So anytime whenever I get questions like this, I always look at the prompt. So I look at the prompt to really understand what it's telling me. So if we look at the prompt, we could see that it's saying the helmet costs $8. So that means on the side here, So I got my scratch work on the side. So scratch work. So my scratch work on the side, I'm going to say the helmet is just H, right? And I just get that. I got that straight from the question itself, right? The question tells me some more things too. It says the bike costs 9 times as much as the helmet. So that's 9 times as much as the helmet. 9 times the helmet. So, okay, that's a little hint. So, basically, when I write down, so we trying to look at the bike costs. So, that means that the bike here costs 9 times as much as the helmet. So, that's just 9 times H. Because I'm representing the helmet by H, so then that's just 9 times H. And I can rewrite this as 9H, right? So this is just an expression for the bike. So that's 9 times as much as the helmet. So now let's look at the gloves. So it says the gloves cost $23 less than the helmet, right? So that's $23 less than the helmet. So when I write that expression, so let's write down gloves. So that means the gloves will be the helmet minus 23, because it's $23 less than H, right? I can't draw, but $23 less than H. So this is just us looking at all this here. We just got from just looking at the prompt, right? We only really looking at the prompt. So now when I go to solve part A, it basically asks me for the cost of the bike. So over here, we already looked at the cost of the bike. We already determined when we read the question, it said the cost of the bike is 9 times H. So then here, I could confidently write 9H. So now they want us to tell them the cost of the gloves. So the cost of the gloves, as we wrote here, is just H minus 23. Because in the question, it says the gloves cost $23 less than the helmet. So that's just going to be H minus 23. Simple as that. So now for part C, they want us to calculate the total cost of the bike, the helmet, and the gloves. And we have to give our answer in simplest form. And we're gonna go over what it means for it to be simplest form. So for part C, the total cost of the bike, the helmet, and the gloves, that's just going to be, so the total is just going to be the bike plus the helmet plus the gloves. And up here, I already know what the helmet is, I know what the bike costs, and I know how much the gloves cost. So I'm just going to write all this into an expression, right? Remember, we dealing with expressions here. So the bike is 9H, right? The bike is 9H plus the helmet, which is just H, plus the gloves. The gloves is H minus 23, right? So this is our total. So basically, this is the total, but we need to simplify this. So I'm just going to say oh boy, I can't spell. So we need to simplify. So how can we simplify this? Basically, we know that there's 3 terms here that have H in it. So I have H here, and H here, right? Since I only have 9H plus H, anytime I just have an H here, that means that this is just 1H. I could think of this as just being 1H. So that's 9H plus 1H plus 1H. And from here, you can treat it like just regular numbers. So I can have 9 plus 1 plus 1. That's 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 1 is 11. So I have 11H. And then the minus 23, there's no other numbers for me to combine with the 23. So I just bring it down. So I get 11H minus 23. So this here is a simplified version, and this is the answer they're asking for. They asked us for the total cost of the bike, and they asked us to give it to them in simplest form. We did both of those with this answer. So confidently, we can write 11H minus 23, and we can know that we got full points for this. Of course, if you show your work. And that's how you solve these problems. That's how you handle algebraic expressions in the BGCSE. If you learned something from this video, hit the like button. Subscribe to us to see more of our content, and feel free to leave a comment below with any questions or video requests that you have. You can follow us on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to know when we upload new content. Thanks for watching.